No, seriously, like it. Yeah.
But how many people realize that life is not a competition?
No, life is a competition.
Even right now, you see what you are saying.
I would say it's a competition against yourself.
But how many people realize that?
Yeah, but in terms of
for me, actually, I have a different school of thought.
Yeah,
life is not a competition, and once you realize that, actually, you move.
Yeah,
very fast.
But you're competing against yourself.
No, you don't have to compete.
Okay,
collaborate.
Yeah.
Yes. Why would you compete?
But then you see,
pause a minute.
Yeah.
Why would you compete? Yes.
Or with other people.
Even with yourself.
To get better.
At what?
You just want to get better, to be a better human being.
You're not better the way
you were yesterday.
But
are you not to improve? That's evolution.
Look at it this way.
Yeah.
And this one thing now I learned from seminary.
Yeah.
You're here now. Are you better or not? Leave alone tomorrow, yesterday, I don't know, 6 minutes from now.
So I don't compare it with anything.
Yes. Right now, are you better?
So if I'm not comparing it with anything, then how can I use the word better?
No, you right now, are you good?
No, if I can't compare it, then I just am good.
Forget about a few minutes later or anyone else.
No,
right now, you are here. Are you okay?
Not even okay. I'm here. That's all that matters. I'm here.
You see?
Yeah.
From that point now, you start now realizing, wow, if I had this podcast with MK, actually I feel good. Yeah. I feel actually even reflecting about my life. Then maybe a few minutes from now, you'll meet someone along the corridor.
Yeah.
You'll pitch your idea or you talk about something and they will show you something that you didn't know. You see now it started becoming collaboration.
Yeah.
And you realize actually everyone has something to offer. Now you start looking like from the collaboration instead of, I'm better than this. Maybe I wasn't better 5 minutes ago. I'll get better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you start becoming, this is it. Now you start even enjoying the moment.
So in a sense, contentment.
You're more happier.
Yeah.
You're more fulfilled. And I'm not saying just relaxing. Now people might confuse that by saying, okay, relax and wait. No. I'm saying be present.
Yeah.
If you're having this conversation, this is what matters in the world.
Yeah, that's all that is.
Yes, and what I'm saying is my truth, and I stand with it.
Yeah.
I might have forgotten few things here, but it doesn't mean life and death. And if 5 minutes later I say something better, it's fine. You realize, wow, life all of a sudden changes. And even when you don't have, when you have more, when you have less, it doesn't make any difference. It's just that moment, that was the situation. And that situation can change, but you allow it to happen. Right?
I mean, situations will always happen, whether you allow them or not,
You see, that's the point.
Because we don't exist. We don't exist in isolation. We have other things happening around us.
And a good thing, maybe a good example. Look at even the guys who do national exams from national schools. And all of them get A's. A's of maybe 99. Even let's make it better. 99, right?
No, 99,
so all these guys can make it 99. So, of course, the guys who get proper A's, no debates. It's just they couldn't get 100.
They get candies.
All right. So they all apply to, I don't know, Princeton, Harvard, MIT. If that guy doesn't go through, they think they are not better. Do you see now what competition does?
That's what it does to
and
your
that
mind.
can affect you for the rest of your life. Thinking, I wasn't better than this guy. And it's just because at that particular moment, the nature chose that person who qualified. And nature chose you for something else, maybe even better.
Maybe you didn't even wake up on the right side, or maybe you're
not even waking up. It's just the way things were at that particular point. The person who was looking at that application, they made that decision not based because you're not better or you're good or whatever. They thought this is it. The rest, sometimes even they never looked at. People apply for jobs. People apply for different things. Everything. It doesn't mean because you don't get it, you are less than the other people. It just means for some reason, maybe life chose you for something else better or something that actually you deserve. And then you start now looking at the world collaborative, whereby you see Eddie, you don't see Eddie of to grow, Eddie went to Mangu, or Eddie went to Strathmore.
Yeah.
But Eddie as a person.
As a person, who remains after all that.
Yes. That's one thing that I learned from seminary. That's every moment counts.
Yeah.
Regardless, even sometimes you might sit still and meditate. Someone might say you're wasting time. But reflecting on yourself is something. It shows who you are.
Yeah.
And you don't judge yourself harshly. Because maybe if right now you get a stomachache, would you go anywhere?
No, you'll just chill.
You'll just chill.
Yeah.
But does it mean now you're useless?
No, but you see, it's probably the Opus Dei training or inspired training that have been a bit out of touch with, which they should probably, because it's still Catholic. Of reflection, meditation, actually being in tune with. You I mean, if you fought your demons enough, then now you can start talking to God. Because
actually you can't talk to God. You know that.
What can you do?
God can only talk to you.
God can only talk to you.
But you have to listen.
But why?
It's interesting psychology or philosophy.
It's still
whereby you know when people pray, they say they are talking to God.
Yeah.
But ideally, what you are doing is just expressing yourself.
But talking with God.
Yeah. But if you listen, and that's why sometimes reflection and meditation is very important.
Yeah.
For those who are listening, this is a lesson you learn the hard way. Because people pray and expect things to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But God does not do anything because you ask.
Like command prompt, And
God is not a computer.
Yeah.
So rather what you're supposed to do, God always knows your situation. If you pray, if you don't say anything, He knows. The only thing that He's looking for is free will for you to accept.
No, but then I mean, there's also the chance of us having self-will, and our own will to chart our life path. So
true, absolutely,
and obviously the space we operate in terms of like time is obviously very different from divine space, where you probably tell something to God or ask God something. Obviously, His response or answer or feedback will obviously differ because you're operating from different spaces. You're physical, He's not physical.
Yes.
He's all knowing and all that. So it's you're still left with your own self-will, with your own will, which even God Himself doesn't go against.
Yes.
So choice is still a very big determinant of where people are or where people want to be.
100%.
Because you might be in a very sorry state, and if you blindly apply the philosophy you're talking about, then you will still remain in that sorry state because you don't think you have the choice. You just think it's just is, things are just happening to me and I should just chill and, flow with, they say only dead fish flow with the river.
Let me tell you something.
It's subjective.
You said something very powerful. It's just that you need to take a minute, just a few seconds to decipher. There are different ways of processing information. And one of those is where you hear something and you take it from the face value, whereby it's exactly how it is. I'm not saying relax and chill. No, I'm saying whatever you do, keep doing it. Right? But also, whatever you ask, wait for the response.
Oh, sure.
But it does not mean sit and wait.
No,
continue the process. Allow God to intervene. For instance, I'll say you have a startup, which we'll get to in a few. And maybe you're looking for funds to scale and all that. You have these pitch decks you have sent to 100 or 1,000 investors. Would you just chill and wait?
And wait for them to...
No. You keep sending and refining them.
No,
and
you keep doing your job, not waiting, not sending anymore. Just keep doing your job.
Absolutely.
If they catch up with you, good for them.
Assuming you have built, if it's a platform, it's complete. If it's customers, you've already engaged them. If it's you deal with farmers, right? You've talked to them, you've gone to the societies. You cannot force them to say, now we are using your platform.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You understand? It's very interesting. It's a very interesting analogy. Because also I've seen people actually get impatient on when things should happen.
Yeah.
But to some extent, we are in control, but we also have to allow other free will to be in place as our free will.
Yeah. To be in control as well.
To be in control.
Yeah.
And now that's where now God comes in, or the higher being, right? Because interestingly, one thing I learned in seminary that God cannot intervene where you don't want him to. Is that yani, it's okay. You will think what you're doing is fine. I bless it. Go ahead and do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So in that sense, you find a lot of things actually become more collaborative. And that's why I love communities, by the way. Whereby if you are more than 10, everyone brings a small piece. Yeah. So if you were able to put that piece together, it becomes a big thing beyond even what you could imagine.
Yeah.
But what if you are the one who thinks this? I am the big deal.
Yeah.
You can only do one person.
So much,
Yes, and you can even burn out in the process.
Yeah.
But when you realize, Eddie can offer a solution in agri-tech. That guy can offer back-end. That guy can offer front-end. That guy can... And that's how companies are built. UI. This guy in design. Marketing.
Yeah.
You see, now when you put that together, it becomes a very big, powerful thing. Yes. So besides that, it's good to actually have talked about that because it will determine a lot of things that we'll say afterwards. You graduate and you join Strathmore, no?
Not directly.
Okay. Please tell it's your story to tell.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I clear high school. I really want to do architecture. I reached out to one of the top architects in the country, who happened to also be an old boy of the school, and he gave me a chance.
Yeah.
So I
in his farm?
In his farm, yeah.
Okay.
So I was an intern. Don't know if that was the right word because I wasn't from uni. I was just from high school. I didn't even have an ID card, but I was more of KYM. So I was doing everything. So he gave me a chance. I worked in his office in terms of preparing the documents, the files. So I learned a good sense of ArchiCAD, which is a software to design like architectural, buildings and designs. We did a few projects with him. We go to meetings. I'd write minutes for him because the architect is the chair of the construction consortium.
Okay.
So you have all these other professionals. So you have the mechanical engineer, the structural engineer, the electrical engineer, you have the contractor, and you have the client. And any other, maybe a surveyor, quantity surveyor. So all in one consortium, and they would have like regular site meetings. So we go to site meetings together and see what's going on. So it was so inspiring. And we'd always go with him.
In every meeting, in every site.
Yeah. So it would be his KYM to write minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, while writing, I would now start understanding what's going on.
Okay.
So yeah. So I got a good understanding of the different areas that go on in construction.
Yeah.
So from tendering, I'd be sent. There were times I would be sent to take like tender documents to deliver them to a client.
Yeah.
Before like the submission, I'd go also for the tender opening.
Yeah.
This is just a Form 4 kid.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have my cases.
That is the gap year.
No gap year,
Okay.
like gap months.
Okay.
There were a few months in between. Okay. So I was so busy then. So I was So I was just. So even in high school, I was like, when will I finish and start just life?
Okay.
How do I start becoming an adult? I also just be this adult thing. So when do I start?
Yeah.
So I'd go there, and man, it was the most impactful experience I had professionally. Still remains. Yeah, of all the things I've done interesting things in software, but that period could be maybe 4 months, 3-4 months, were the most impactful I've had. So that's when I actually knew how to type properly.
Okay.
Like Word applications.
So you used to take the notes on the laptop?
Yeah, no. On a writing pad.
And then transform them to soft copy.
When you go to the office, that's when I would write them in Word. Okay. That's where I learned how to send an email.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So he taught me how to send an email, how to address someone in an email, because he's a senior man.
Okay.
So, and he's also a senior professional.
And there's what you learned in school.
No, what did I learn?
In English, you learn how to format letters and all that
Yeah, but
stuff.
that didn't apply, You see, this period I took was the most impactful period.
Yeah.
Like, and I've, it just occurred to me because I've never given it so much thought, but it really is. So that's, so you can imagine how to write an email, and also a lot of information coming very fast. So we go to meetings, you have to process things quickly. You have to take questions for him and and follow up on things with him and where this thing is. So I was doing a lot of things.
At the same time
with no job description.
Okay.
So it was free learning.
Okay.
It was literally free learning, free education, which I appreciate a lot.
But how did you get to know this is the top architect and they had visited the school? What was the connection?
No, so he had visited the school. Interestingly, don't even remember. So he had given a speech for like an alumni speech.
Okay.
As a chief guest in our press giving day.
Oh, and then you exchanged contacts?
No. I just followed up afterwards.
Okay.
So when I graduated, I found I just talked to people around, and I was like, how do I get in touch with him? So someone got me in touch with him. Okay. And that's so he was impressed. It was like, hey, this young kid really admires what I'm doing and wants to get there as well. Yeah. So that's a connection. And at the time, he was also the chair of the Architectural Association of Kenya. Yeah. So
it's quite powerful.
Yeah.
You go to meet all the big guys in the country.
No, I mean, it was a good experience.
Yeah. But do you say?
No, I mean, no. You can imagine how far it kicks you ahead.
Yeah.
Joining uni.
Yeah.
So you join uni as someone who's already exposed. So all these other guys are coming in from home and being babies.
Yeah, okay.
So you're already ahead.
Oh, in the industry, it's not.
You've already worked.
Yeah.
Literally, like you already have work experience and life experience.
Yeah.
So so it was a massive head start.
Yeah. So Kago, this is interesting. So for you, I know you believe so much in mentorship and stuff.
Yeah.
And on the side, actually, I've talked where you have mentors.
Yeah.
They're telling you this. Also you have some guys you're mentoring and stuff who have really gone to do amazing stuff in the world.
Yeah.
Me, I don't believe in mentorship. Let's start there. So I'm a believer of apprenticeship. And I have no problem with anyone who, believes in the mentorship process. And I have my reason, they have their reasons.
No, I hear you.
So at this point, you got mentored into the industry by the top guy who is doing, who is head of other top guys.
Yeah.
Did you go ahead and join the School of Architecture?
No, I didn't.
ADD.
No, I didn't.
I don't know if there's any other.
No, it was ADD
school.
And JQuat.
JQuat, they do architecture.
Yes, JQuat has an architectural program. Yeah.
What happened?
I think it's a getting bored thing. I got bored.
It became so obvious.
Not obvious. I realized it takes so long.
Okay. How many years? 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. You still have to intern or become an apprentice somewhere. And I was like, there's a very big distance between me and the money.
And remember that story where you are an entrepreneur or a baby of an entrepreneur.
So I've been
you saw money.
So me just know Biashara. So I was like, when do we start making money?
Yeah, okay.
I was like, this thing is banana.
Yeah,
it won't work.
Yeah. And then you're also tired by these 16 years of your life.
Yeah, so I was already also getting...
Actually, 12 years.
Yeah, it was not like the Lupita one, but 12 years. Yeah, so yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, because of the 2 years that you... Maybe 14 years.
Yeah. Several. So, so I didn't go to ARC school to ADD or JQuat. got to Strathmore.
How did you get to Strathmore? Did you go and ask guys, is this a Catholic school? Check.
No, I mean,
can I do computing? Did you do BBIT?
Or I did BBIT. There was no computer science.
Okay.
It was only informatics. Computer science came very recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do computer science there nowadays.
So now, I mean, obviously, because of time now, the school has developed, has good resources. Yeah. So now they actually do a proper computer science degree. Okay. So first it was BBIT, informatics, and telecommunications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in tech. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So how was it? What was the criteria did you use to join Strathmore?
Academics, obviously. Yeah, academics. And I was also blessed or lucky or privileged. So I got a merit scholarship.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. They invited you from Mangu or?
No, I applied.
You applied. Okay.
I applied
with all your credentials
and interesting. Yeah, so you see now I have luckily had some experience working.
Okay.
So why and so to your point on not believing in mentorship, ironically to your world, it's a mentor who forced me to apply to Strathmore.
Oh, okay, I see.
Who forced me?
Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, I've seen something and I think you should apply. And I was like, nah.
You have to apply.
Yeah, so he forced me, and yeah.
Did he whip you?
No, I mean,
but he
yeah. No. He just said that I think you can do more than what you think you're doing.
Okay.
So just apply. It's a good school. My son went there, so just apply.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I applied, but he's a tough man. He's a Meru.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I applied.
You had to say he's a mayor.
No, I mean,
he's a mayor to emphasize on the toughness.
Yeah, but I mean, thank God for him. So that's my former reverend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
and you got it.
Yeah, so I got it.
And I hear these terminologies they use as Strathmore.
Yeah, what terminologies?
For the best kids.
Like Dean's List or something.
Something like that.
You've
always been the Dean's List, you say?
Yeah, it was. So I get there. I see this BBAT thing. I hadn't really taken computer seriously before. I don't use computer seriously creating a Facebook account.
And doing the notes.
Which were in the comp lab. So I hadn't really used computers.
Oh, okay.
So I was and I hadn't done comp studies in high school. So I did this thing. Thankfully, it worked out.
Working out is first class, eh?
No, I mean,
that's what working out is nowadays. Okay.
No, but
interestingly, by the guys who sit where you're seated, and they have done really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have. There's a terminology in psychology where you detach from reality.
Never had it.
Someone got a first class or they got an A.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal.
No,
for them, it's not a big deal. I'm like, okay.
No, I think it's a thing of always wanting to improve yourself.
Now where?
So that's history.
It what?
So you want to, improve.
But you got first class. What else could you get?
No, I'm saying now the next level in life, you want to improve yourself.
No, at this particular... No, that's why you remember what I talked about?
No, I mean,
at that particular point, what would you improve yourself to? Is there a first class plus or...
No, but then you see now the funny thing, after first year of uni, so we get sent could you please reduce the background music?
I can't hear it myself. So
no, I maybe because you used to it, but it's just too much. So now after first year, so we finish. I guess I sent a letter by I think he was a director of research in the faculty. So he sends an email, says, you did well, and we are pleased to offer you an internship at the school.
Yeah.
So the school had several research labs.
Yeah.
So one of the research labs was doing a lot of health information systems.
Yes.
So myself and four other guys were given an internship there by virtue of being top in the year. So we were 2 from our course, 3 from the other course. And It was our first job. So that's when I got my first job in second year, before I even joined second year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was actually coding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to build a system from scratch for it was a health management system.
But you must be very good for you to get such a gig.
No, we learned on the job.
But of course, even for getting selected, there is something actually they must have seen.
They took the top students. Yeah.
You see. Yeah. So, I mean, so for you, throughout 4 years, to say the least, you've always been the top student.
I'm not sure, but I mean, it worked out.
What do you mean you're not sure?
So,
is there a year that you flopped?
No, not flopping, but actually knowing who was the top is very hard. So we only knew for that one because he wrote a letter and said, you guys are among the top. You know,
you guys never get results?
No, it was, so the results were on the system. So we have an academic management system.
Yeah.
And so everyone gets their own personal results.
So you never know who is the top.
You never have like a public list.
Until the 4th year?
Yeah, until 4th year. So you actually know. So you would know. So now, when you become top 3, there was a thing called fee rebate. So a fee rebate is you're given a discount on your school fees.
Okay.
Yeah, if you become top 3. So obviously, number 1 has a more percentage. Number 3 has a less. Has a least. So that's the only way people would like signal and know
who is top performer.
So people would know.
That's like 3 people out of maybe 100 students.
Maybe around 200 or so.
200 students.
Yeah. So it wasn't really there or not there. So, but you'd obviously know the smart kids. I mean, you'd always know.
Yeah.
So there we were.
But for you already, you have a scholarship. You never
so it
know.
wasn't really applying. The rebate thing wasn't for me because I had already gotten a merit scholarship. So I was like, okay, it's good.
Okay. So you get to 4th year.
Yeah.
And you get a first class. How was that for you?
I mean, even before getting to 4th year, so this one project we did in second year, so it took us around 7 months, 8 months.
Okay.
It was when Laravel was very new.
Yeah.
So we had to learn
PHP framework.
Yeah, the PHP framework on the job.
Yeah.
And the research director told us, I think also the dean or something, first meeting ever with the client.
Yeah.
So he told us that you guys, your egos are on the line.
When you're presenting or before?
No. When we were given the job.
Okay.
It was like, we know you haven't been trained to do this yet, but you'll still do it.
Okay.
It was like, your ego's on the line.
Yeah.
So we had to prove ourselves.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because it's like...
The other guy also was a gentleman or?
All of us were dudes. We were 5 kids, five young men. We were given the thing to do. We had to design the whole system.
Who was project managing that?
Ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So we had a faculty
learned
member.
on the job for sure.
So we had a faculty member to supervise. At the time, he was working on his PhD. Okay. So he was a bit busy, and our thing was moving very fast. So we managed.
7 months is nothing, man.
And at the time, so let me just give you just to understand what we did. So this is when so all this GCP AWS was very very famous. So there was a server on campus that
local server.
Yeah, that it wasn't just local, but obviously it was open to the internet that we had to provision ourselves. So we had to design the thing. So we didn't have front end by all these fancy weird titles people have nowadays. We did everything, So you had to learn on the thing and just get the job done. So which was a big advantage. So to the extent where now you're clearing. You're getting to 3rd year, 2nd year, 4th year, you're a bit demoralized in a way because it's like you've already seen the end of the movie. So we delivered the thing. The project was to Clinton Health Access Initiative, and they were working with
huge.
They were working with the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
So it was deployed. On a live server, on a proper URL.
Now I'm tempted to ask, how much did you make?
Now, we were paid, and we were so happy because we were paid. We didn't expect to be paid.
Yeah.
So, that money was sweet. Because I was sure, I was like, so I can get paid for this thing.
Yeah.
No, it was shocking. So, even before getting to the 4th year thing and the first class story, Yeah, so after that thing, I just got into Biashara. I defaulted to my settings.
Now there's money in this business.
So after that, there's money in this thing. Yeah. So I looked I started looking for gigs.
Okay.
So there was a friend of mine who was mentoring me at the time, and he was in Biashara. So and I looked at his business's website and told him, this thing looks bad. I can do a better job.
in entrepreneur, that's the first line.
Yeah. So he gave me the gig. I did it, and I didn't know how to price it. So I had to ask my lecturer. And my lecturer was like, "Yo, so I did a thing. How do I price this thing?" And she's like, "I don't know. You'll charge them this money." I mean, I still charge a good amount.
That was your first gig?
That was my first gig outside. Yeah, outside now. In tech now. That was like my first gig in tech.
Yeah.
Then after that, this same client gave me another job within his same business. Like, I need a scheduling system for my vehicles.
Nice.
He had like a vehicle rental business.
Yeah.
Like a chauffeur rental business.
Yeah.
So like top of the range cars. So he wanted a way to manage his resources.
Yeah.
So, and he was like, I want something to do this so that I can know what vehicle is where. So I did that.
Okay.
That one paid better.
Kaka, why are you not? You should put figures into.
No, I mean
into better and.
No, it's actually paid better. It was
paid and got paid.
So I was in second year and it was 6 figures.
Yeah. $1 million or.
No, I mean
like hundreds of thousands.
Like 7 figures. No,
hundreds of thousands.
It was a good number.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was shocked. I was like, so I can really get paid for this thing.
Okay.
So in a sense, now you're in a position where you're like, do I even finish school?
You're
this school
it's
thing.
Conflicted.
It's a bit conflicting, So do I stall this thing? But I still had to finish.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need to complete this phase.
Yeah.
It's important, obviously, because
even at that age.
Yeah, because also, let's say, if you want to progress career-wise, there are places you do, and not even that. My aim was to do a PhD.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my aim. Was like, I want to do a PhD. I can't do it without a degree.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually finished. I was like, let me just finish. Not even because of home or anything. I would have dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just finish this thing. I don't want to defer. I'll just finish within the 4 years.
Yeah.
So after that, I did that. After that project, I did some few websites here and there. And that's when now I started a startup.
Nice. What was the first startup?
It's called Sokolote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush you because this is quite interesting. Quite interesting. And you see now, this says a whole story that you're building here is all new knowledge, even for future Eddies to come and listen to the journey.
Yeah.
And all the challenges, tribulations.
100%.
And actually, even we have not gotten to the real deal. Because there's a real deal. There's a whole thing. We have not talked about communities. We have not talked about what you are doing right now, all the startup you started then. So I would ask we pause here. And then when we come back, we dig deep. Because now this is going to get interesting. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.